There were footprints in the snow. They started at my window. They didn't leave. I moved into the rental house in December. It was cheap, isolated, and exactly what I needed to finish my thesis. The landlord mentioned it had been empty for a year, but didn't say why. I didn't ask. The first snowfall came in early January. I woke up, made coffee, and looked out the kitchen window at the blanket of white covering the yard. Perfect, untouched. Then I went to my bedroom. The window faced the backyard, and there, clear as day in the fresh snow, was a single trail of footprints. They came from the woods, crossed the yard, and stopped directly beneath my window. Just stopped. No prints leading away, as if whoever made them simply vanished. I went outside. The prints were deep, made by boots. Size 11, maybe 12. They stopped 2 feet from the foundation, right below my window, where someone would have been standing, looking in. I checked the snow carefully. No other marks, no sign of them leaving. I convinced myself they'd been covered by fresh snow, but it hadn't snowed since the night before. That night, I closed the curtains and locked the window. The next morning, there were new prints. Same pattern. Woods to the window. No exit trail. This time, I took photos and called the police. The officer who came looked at them, looked at me, and said, "Could be kids. Could be someone casing the place. Keep your doors locked. Call if you see anyone." I installed a motion sensor light above the back door. The third morning, the light hadn't triggered, but the prints were there again, closer this time, right against the house. I knelt in the snow and looked at them closely. They were crisp, fresh, made within the last few hours. But here's what made my skin crawl. Inside one of the prints, pressed into the snow, was a small, frozen handprint, child-sized, as if someone had fallen or been dragged. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat in a chair facing the window, lights off, watching. At 3:17 a.m., I saw it. A figure emerged from the tree line, tall, wearing dark clothes. It walked slowly across the yard, each step deliberate. It stopped below my window, and it looked up, not at the window, at me, as if it could see through the curtains, through the dark. It stood there for 5 minutes, perfectly still. Then it turned and walked back toward the woods. I watched its shape disappear into the trees. I ran outside with a flashlight. The prints were there, coming from the woods, stopping at the window. But there were no prints leading back. I followed them to where the figure had walked. Nothing. The snow past the stopping point was undisturbed. I moved out the next day. Before I left, I asked the landlord why the house had been empty. He hesitated, then told me. The previous tenant was a single father. His daughter went missing one January night. They found her 3 days later in the woods, frozen. She'd wandered out in her sleep. The father couldn't take it. He left. But neighbors reported seeing him, sometimes, late at night, walking from the woods to the house, always stopping at her bedroom window, looking in. He died 6 months ago. I asked which window was the daughter's. He pointed to my bedroom. I drove away and didn't look back. But I still wonder, if the father was looking for his daughter, then whose handprint was in the snow?